Okay, welcome to Game 3 of the series. Game 2 was pretty intense, and it looks like Giap has, as predicted, chosen Soviets, and the machine has, as predicted, chosen Oster, not thinking that his Overcommand of West was going to be able to stack up. Oh man, it's every event I've ever run all over again. But, let's see what happens. I doubt Giap will be modifying his strategy that heavily. I guess I would be kind of surprised if he went double Maxim again. I was surprised when he did that in the first place, but I don't know. Not sure what he's going to do. Double Maxim and double fuel cache. We definitely can't accuse him of just abusing shock rifle or anything like that, because he didn't even pick a commander in game 1. He just dominated the early game with the Soviet core. And why wouldn't he? That tends to be what we see on this map in this matchup. That's quite typical. This patch does not appear to be much of an exception to that, so...
It is now under our control.
Barbed wire going down from the machine to block off green cover right here. We're going to see Lightning War, Spearhead, and Mechanized Assault from him, and Giap has not modified his loadout in any way.
Conscripts at our disposal.
Here's some food for discussion in chat. What do you guys think about mobile defense against Brits? I would like to believe the mobile defense is overpowered against Brits because I've been destroyed by it so many times, and I just don't want to accept that it's my fault. It probably is, but it feels nasty, especially with pyro spam and flamethrowers everywhere. I just don't know how to deal with it. Apparently nobody where I'm casting today does either, because Brits have not even been selected, which is not a surprise since they've effectively been banned from the tournament, which is such a tragedy. But I guess it is what it is. Everything's OP versus Brits. I guess that's also a pretty good explanation. Especially in this tournament. If Brits are bad in auto match, they must be horrible in this tournament. They can't even make a Vickers. Can't even make a Vickers, can't even use their viable commanders. So sad. I really wanted this tournament to showcase Brits, not just pretend they don't exist. Kind of a shame. Hopefully the main event will showcase them in all of their bug-free glory. I assume that their commanders are still going to be banned for the main event, but at least the Vickers will be allowed, and that's obviously highly important. I disagree, Kamash. I think by educating players on how the bug occurs and instructing them to play around it is the correct solution.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
I absolutely do not think that we had no choice but to ban one of Brit's core units, and there's really nothing anybody can say to change my mind about that. I've heard the arguments on both sides, and I disagree. I disagree.
Rifleman ready.
As for the early game here, it looks like things are going pretty much as expected. Giap applying very early pressure with the Soviet 4 conscript opening, as is always seen. We're going to see the machine going with a sniper I wonder if that's gonna work. Sniper is not typically chosen against Soviets because 6-man squads with the conscripts and the reduced rate of fire for the sniper now this patch has made it kind of expensive and kind of difficult to keep up. Its manpower cost versus the manpower drain it will inflict in the early game may not be sufficient. So far, it's got 1 kill, and the machine is obviously struggling to hold the line. He's not got control of his fuel point, and he cannot currently dedicate a squad to go Wow, look at that, though. He almost picked up a couple wipes in the early game, and he's being very aggressive with an early flamethrower purchase, sending his machine gun straight to the cutoff. That is a dangerous thing to do, because if it gets flanked and stolen, he'll be in a lot of trouble. But if he can use this very aggressive push to shut down his opponent's fuel economy for a while, that could be very valuable. Oh, what is that sniper doing? Careful, sniper. This squad forced to retreat by the flamethrower. This flamethrower just got purchased here by Giap, but it looks like the line will hold. He kind of advanced straight brute force into the machine gun, trying to use green cover to win that. It was not sufficient. And now his economy is completely shut down. We're going to have a surprisingly strong opening from the machine here. At 6 minutes, he completely seizes control of the map. And rather than advance directly into that defensive line, which even if he had it, he might have succeeded because he does have Molotov's tech. He just has to get a flank on that MG42. These wounded squads and sniper are not going to be able to hold the line forever. But rather than advance back into that defensive line, he's just going to harass his opponent's economy. We may see some very flashy territory lines as soon as people are both getting cut off from each other's resources. This could honestly be a wipe. Sniper misses his shot. The Pio guys on the MG42 couldn't quite cut it. I think that had wipe potential, but this flank on the sniper also equally dangerous. He needs to get to safety. He's taking damage, rounds the corner, and then retreats, and it looks like the machine doesn't like this engagement. He probably could have massaged this a little bit. Maybe there was something he could have done to turn it around. Maybe a miracle rifle grenade, but honestly, I think the economic damage he's inflicted has been pretty good. He's also got to do something about this. So, pulls out of that. He probably has done enough. Now he needs to pull back, reinforce, and heal. Think about how what his next move is. And look at this triple cap. He has a triple cap. He is up over his opponent by 150 points. If only he had played as Oster in Game 1. I wonder who would have had faction selection. Obviously, Giap is not overly concerned about the VPs, not as much as he would be earlier in the series. Now that it's Game 3, the only thing that matters is who wins. But Giap couldn't knock, or the machine couldn't knock a single victory point off the board in Game 1, and now in Game 3, he's 160 points over his opponent, hasn't lost a single victory point yet. Only he had done things in a slightly different order. He really, really needs a healing bunker, though. Look at these heavily wounded squads trying to engage. We will see a mechanized assault group deployed, chasing away a flamethrower there in the south, but this sandbag position is probably going to save them. Inability to maneuver more with more agility right there because of the sandbags being in the way actually helps those flamethrowers to escape, and it looks like everything will retreat from the middle just from the threat of Panzer Grenadiers, and this mechanized assault group will completely shut down Giap's economy in the south again, while the rest of the machine's forces make their way through the north. Who is this guy that hosts me every time I stream? Thanks for the host again, Best Sakuyana. Don't know who you are. Never seen you in chat. But appreciate it.
Pioneers! Yes? Waiting for your
Here comes the Red Wings host. I see you in chat. The alert's gonna come any second now. MG42 working on the squads and buildings and stuff right here with armor-piercing incendiary rounds that will do a little bit of extra damage to those conscripts, but the flamethrower will melt that if it doesn't get out immediately. No! Run! Dead. You do not get enough, you don't get that kind of time to react to flamethrowers anymore. As soon as you see the flamethrower coming, you need to pack that MG up and get out of there or dead. And that will be toned down tomorrow or the next day or whatever, whenever the hotfix is coming out. But for today, don't risk it.
Red Army at your service.
Where is your host alert? I don't know. I guess you don't get one. I guess you're not special, Red Wing. Sorry. How's the sniper doing? 6 kills in 11 minutes. Like I said before, when you're shooting at conscripts, that is not worth what you paid. You need to keep that thing firing at all times. Meanwhile, wow, look at that. We're gonna see Panzer Shreks upgraded on those Panzer Grenadiers. That is a very early purchase and an expensive one. It's gonna hurt his LMG production. It's gonna prevent him from placing teller mines. Is he really going with a second sniper? So Panzer Shreks upgraded on his Panzer Grenadiers means he has ATs sort of covered, and he now needs more anti-infantry. And his solution to that is to go double sniper. So he's going with a very unusual and highly risky build. He will have to play extremely well to make this build work. Because all 3 of these units do a lot of damage, potentially, but have to be used very carefully. Especially if you get bad RNG when this half-track explodes and the Panzer Grenadier squad inside dies and then drops all their Shreks on the ground. And
We are losing a sector.
Snipers working on this engagement in the south. They're doing good work. They're doing good work until they're countered by maybe an M5 or a T-70. They should be able to bleed Soviet manpower effectively. As long as they don't get flanked, which right now, not gonna happen. Giap is not poised to make any big flanks. Church destroyed there by the Su-76. Interesting.
Su-76, go ahead. It's done. Mortar team has arrived.
Comrades, the point is ours.
Here comes a pretty big push. Snipers are getting into position. They have plenty of vision and room to fire up here. Now that this hedge is gone, which that's been gone for a while, but this is a pretty good place for snipers to hover because there's just yellow and green cover everywhere and lots of vision. No vision blockers at all. It's a good place for them. I don't think those conscripts can afford to stick around under sniper fire. Flank is on the way, though. Flank's on the way. Snipers are in red cover. They're going to need to dart into some cover, try and figure something out. Grenadiers available to protect with an LMG will prevent that squad from advancing, and this flamethrower is going to bleed these conscripts as they move up. Molotov might go in this house, but nope. He doesn't want to risk it. Snipers will remain standing and continue firing on infantry in the area. Oh! Oh, that Su-76 headshot! Headshot! That hit the sniper in the face. Oh my god. Sniper goes down. Grenadiers go down right there too. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the House of Cards is collapsing. That oh, that mine. I've never seen an Su-76 cause so much harm. And I watch Red Wings. That's saying something. Well, that was devastating, to say the very least. Sniper down, half-track down, Grenadier squad down. Panzer Grenadier squad with Panzer Shreks down. The machine reduced to 35 pop cap after that horrible series of engagements. And now he will be forced to try and recover with what little forces he has remaining. He did just get to 7 CPs, so we might see him go with a Stug.
Enemy forces
Try and turn this
entering
around.
supply
He's
sector.
also going to need to get out an AT gun to protect against whatever armor Giap has on the way.
Now that is how you
It looks like the machine knows there will not be any recovering from that series of engagements. Wow. Well played by Giap. What an excellent, excellent series of plays right there to just seal the game. That's all it takes. Sometimes just one bad engagement and boom, you don't even know what just happened, but everything's just gone. GG. Giap will advance to round 4.